Hi everyone, today we have new video review as usual with another fresh kit. This time it's a model from Ukrainian company Miniart. As you can see, this is a small tank in 1/35 scale, and as you can see it's written here that we have special edition which includes also the tank crew, which would enhance your diorama, let's say. So we have this nice box with beautiful box art on the top. Also main features are depicted here, so we have separate track links and separate link tracks, and also we have here the tank crew of 5 people, and I think even dog would be included. Here you can see comparison with my hand, so it's average sized box, and here it's written that kit contains 423 parts and 44 photo-etched parts, and of course decals are included. On the side there is nothing interesting. Maybe for example those photos would be interesting for you. This is assembled model, assembled plastic without any painting. This is top opening box, and that's what we see inside. Not that many sprues, nevertheless I think that should be enough for a properly detailed small tank. Just give me a second to open the back. On the bottom, by the way, you can see assembly manual. All sprues are packed into the same bag, and as you know, I am not that much in favor of such, let's say, package, and I would be more than happy to see that Miniart would start to pack its kits sprues into the separate bags. So we have here first sprue. As you can see, it's slightly bended. Just let me focus the camera for you, and now you see it here. So we have different turret parts. Also side fenders are molded as a separate one-piece parts. Here is the turret top half, so you don't have to waste time with separate panels. They're aligned together. The only thing you would have to do is to place front and top panels. Here is the bottom half of the turret. So as you can see, we have here special tabs which would ensure, let's say, proper positioning. Here is the top part of the hull. Note that it's slightly bent in my sample. Nevertheless, I hope that let's say in those kits that you would offer, it would be much better. Why it's bent in mine? Because kit arrived in a quite tight packaging, so there was some pressure on the part and it bent over. But nevertheless, I think it won't be hard to correct it, so especially for the professional modelers. Then we have here one piece for the bottom hull part. As you can see, detailing is more than enough, I think, and of course suspension parts would be added separately. Inside there is nothing, so there is no engine or any other possible detailing. Next we have two similar sprues. Those are obviously dedicated to the suspension parts. Here you can see them. Wheels are molded as one piece, so you would have to be careful while painting them. Nevertheless, everything seems to be fine, and attachment points are quite thin, so I hope that assembly won't be difficult either. And here is another one, absolutely similar. Next we have separate link tracks, which are packed into this nice bag. I would show you only one, let's say, sprue with links. If I would be able to, yes, to take it out. So here they are, quite tiny parts. Here you can see that they can be placed on the tip of my finger. Nevertheless, this look quite nice and obviously are much better than traditional vinyl parts. I mean, who would prefer vinyl over plastic? Really adapted. Then we have transparent parts, the small sprue with headlight and special parts for the visors. What else? We have here also PE thread, which was mentioned in the beginning. Obviously it contains various external parts, for example those nice meshes which should make your small tank even more realistic. Separate sprue is dedicated to the crew, so dock is not included. Nevertheless, parts division, as you can see, is quite typical. We have separately molded legs, hands, torsos and heads, and even the helmets, tank helmets, are molded separately, so modelers can play with that. Obviously positions are predefined, so you won't be able to play with them too much. Nevertheless, I think this should be a nice addition to your T-70. Then we have decal sheet. It's printed in quite good quality, as you can see, and I hope that those would be easy to apply. So I guess there should be plenty of marking options. We would see it now. Here we have assembly manual, which is printed on glossy paper in color, obviously. On the first page we have some features described, and then, by the way, note that kit allows you to build two modifications, early and late version of the tank. Then we have marking options. Here you can see Belarusian tank, for example, then some early production tanks, and here are some more of the marking options, and here even more, and the marking guide for the tank crew. Then we have parts map. By the way, note that here manufacturer proposes you to cut the small map and place it in the figurine heads, and I think it's a quite interesting solution. Of course it would be interesting and nice to see. Then assembly process starts. As you can see, instructions are quite understandable, not that cramped, and I think it would be hard to get lost during assembly. Note that main gun features even internal detailization, and for professional modelers it can be considered as an advantage. So that's all for the kit, for the video review, but you can check more information on our website as usual, and also I would like to advise you to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like our Facebook group, because it would help us greatly. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video review.